It's 3 o'clock on the dot. So if staff are ready, we'll call this meeting to order. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to February's Planning Commission meeting. Before we start, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge our new planning commissioner representing District 7, Mr. Steve Laracy. So we want to welcome him. Commissioner Laracy, we look forward to working with you and welcome.
Thank you. I look forward to working with everyone as well.
Good job.
All right, so we'll call this meeting to order. If staff are prepared, we will have the opening statement.
Good afternoon. The Augusta, Georgia Planning Commission is a recommending body. The final decisions on all zoning matters coming before it will be made by the Augusta Commission on February the 18th, 2025 at 2 p.m., room 260 in the municipal building. The Planning Commission makes the final decisions on all variances, including subdivision regulations. A handout describing the zoning procedures for which these cases are decided is available upon request. These procedures are required that any applicant for a rezoning action or any opponent to a rezoning action or application who has made contributions aggregating $250 or more to a local government official within 2 years of the rezoning application to file a disclosure report with the governing authority. The disclosure report must be filed within 10 calendar days of filing the application and at least 10 calendar days prior to today's hearing. A minimum of 10 minutes shall be afforded for the presentation of data, evidence, and opinions on each side of a rezoning petition or a special exception. If more than 10 minutes is afforded to one opponent or proponent, then an equal amount of time shall be afforded to the other side. The commission does encourage its participation in this hearing, and there is no restrictions on who may address the commission within the allotted time. However, the commission does ask that all public comments be brief, on subject, and non-repetitive, and directed to the commission, not to any individual or group.
Thank you, Amber. Let's proceed with our agenda as it is presented.
All right. Number 1 on the agenda is Final Plat S-996 Knox Place Phase 1, and it is a petition by Civil Design Solutions on behalf of the South Augusta Land Holdings LLC requesting final plat approval for Knox Place Phase 1 containing approximately 106 lots located at 2420 Willis Foreman Road. The reviewing agencies within the City of Augusta governments established approval and that they met all of the necessary requirements on January 8th, 2025. Therefore, the staff is recommending approval of this final plat.
Move to approve, Mr. Chairman. Second.
Who's second? Oh, I'm sorry. So that was an approval to approve special final plat S-996 Knox Place Phase 1. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say no. Thank you.
Item number 2 on your agenda is Special Exception 25-02, and it is a petition by Tammy Prosper requesting a special exception per Section 26-1 of the Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance to establish a privately owned and operated recreational facility affecting 1.49 acres located at 1712 and 1714 Barton Chapel Road. The property is currently zoned R1B for one-family residential, and staff will present further details.
Amanda Cruz, Planner 1 with the Planning and Development Department. This case pertains to a 1.49 acre parcel located on Barton Chapel Road. The parcel is currently vacant and zoned R1B, one family residential. The applicant requests a special exception to allow for a privately operated and owned recreational facility. The conceptual site plan submitted with this application proposes to create a steel metal building approximately 3,000 to 5,000 square feet. This property is located within the Bel Air character area. The 2023 comprehensive plan characterizes the Bel Air character area as a suburban area with a medium-density residential development and well-planned communities. The applicant requests a special exception for the purpose of developing a privately owned and operated recreational facility. Privately owned and operated recreational facilities are permitted by special exception in an R1B, one family residential zone. In this case, then, a special exception is required for the proposed outdoor recreational multi-use facility and event venue. A tract to be developed as a privately owned and operated recreational facility shall have at least 100 feet of frontage on a public or private road. This particular tract has 466.7 feet of frontage on Barton Chapel Road. Structures, except fences and walls, shall be set back at least 50 feet from the property line separating the property from contiguous properties zoned or developed for residential use. Planned structures are more than 50 feet from property lines. Lighting shall be designated, or shall be designed so that adjacent properties are not adversely affected. Lighting has not been designed at this time. Outdoor activities shall cease at 11 p.m. The applicant plans to operate from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays, and 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Sundays. Recreational facilities shall be located at least 100 feet from contiguous properties zoned or developed for residential use. The facility is located less than 100 feet from residentially zoned and used properties. A plan illustrating compliance with the above requirement shall be submitted to staff of the Augusta Planning and Development Department before the proposal is placed on the agenda. A precursory plan illustrating compliance of the above requirements, except for lighting, has been submitted with the application. Adjacent zoning to the west is R1B, one-family residential. To the east, R1B, one-family residential. To the south, a mix of light industrial and agriculture. And to the north, R1B, one-family residential. Public water is present in the area, but sewer is not. According to the FEMA flood insurance rate maps firm, the property is not located in a special flood hazard area. According to the Augusta-Richmond County GIS wetland layer, there are no wetlands located on the property. The Georgia Department of Transportation GDOT functional class map of 2017 classifies Barton Chapel as a minor arterial street. Public transit routes do not run along Barton Chapel. The proposal is consistent with the 2023 comprehensive plan and is compatible with the surrounding zoning and land uses. At the time of completion of this report, staff have not received inquiries regarding the application. Utilities commented that there is a 16-foot water line along Barton Chapel that is available for their use. There is currently no sewer available on the site. However, the owner may extend the sewer to their site if their engineer determines it will work. This concludes staff presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Is the petitioner present? Okay, if you could please come forward, give us your name, address, and any new details on your project.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Doing well.
I'm Tammy Prosper. At this time, we have no further details on the property. It'll be a recreation. It is 1712, 1714 Barton Chapel Road. At this present time, we don't have further detail on the property. It'll be a recreational facility used for health and fitness to help the community get back into shape and to also hire a few personal trainers to help with the facility setup. Pending your questions, that's all I have at this time.
Thank you. Commissioners, you have questions for the petitioner? Yes, sir. Commissioner Cooks.
Hours of operation, is that the plan for your facility? Is there any expansion on that or anything?
There's no expansion on that. She gave you the hours of operation, which will be Monday through Friday, 7 to 7 p.m. Saturday, I think we'll do 12 to 6, and then Sunday, 12 to 6 as well.
Yes, sir.
Your plan indicates you're going to have 26 parking spaces?
Yes, sir. At this time, there is an additional lot beside it. Right now, we don't have that occupied for anything, but as of right now, it's 26 parking spaces.
Is this going to operate similar to like a Gold's Gym, or is this going to be where you make an appointment with a specific person and come and work out?
Not going to be operated like Gold's Gym. It's going to be a private facility for maybe one-on-one training. We also will have some group classes, boot camp classes, so it will not operate like Gold's Gym.
Okay, so the reason I asked that question was because of the parking issue.
Yes, sir. It'll be more of one-on-one personal training group training at a particular time, like from 5 to 6, and the parking lot will be cleared out.
Okay, that's all I had. Thank you.
Any additional questions from commissioners? Seeing none, I don't see anybody who is in the audience to object. No. Staff recommendations.
All righty. The Planning and Development staff is recommending approval of the special exception request to establish a privately owned and operated recreational facility with the following 8 conditions. Number 1, a 10-foot tree buffer around the sides and a 20-foot tree buffer around the rear of the property must be installed. Number 2, a 10-foot street yard must be installed along Barton Chapel Road. Number 3, the installation of a 6-foot wooden privacy fence to enclose the rear and side portions of the property that are adjacent to residential uses is required. Number 4, any proposed lighting fixtures must be directed downward and not toward buildings. Number 5, this site plan must comply with all related aspects of the Augusta tree ordinance. Number 6, approval of this rezoning request does not constitute approval of the concept site plan approval in compliance with the site plan regulations of Augusta, Georgia, prior to the construction commencing on the property. Condition number 7 is the development of the property shall comply with all development standards and regulations set forth by the City of Augusta, Richmond County, Georgia at the time of development. And condition number 8, the installation of a sidewalk along the entire frontage of the property that as it abuts on Barton Chapel Road is required. That concludes staff's recommendation.
Commissioner, just a point of clarification.
Ms. Delaney, in our packet, it says that the operating hours will be from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m., and that's not what we were just told a minute ago. Or did I hear that wrong?
No.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody else was getting ready?
Yes, we misspoke.
Okay.
I was giving.
Okay, so we discussed this in the pre-meeting, and in the pre-meeting, what we identified is, though they offered these hours, this particular zoning allows for it to go up to 11 p.m. based on the zoning. So in the event that they needed to have something that runs a little bit later that they didn't anticipate at this time, they would still be within the confines of the zoning ordinance to go to 11 p.m. Hence the reason we didn't put that in as one of the conditions.
Okay, but my question was not about 11 p.m., it was about 5 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so we're going to change that. You said 6, and this says 5. Which one is it? Yes, ma'am.
It should be 5 a.m. because I'm going to hire trainers, and they may need to come in earlier. So the hours of operation would be 5 to 8 a.m. on Monday through Friday.
Okay,
Yes, sir, I misspoke.
okay, thank you.
We hadn't conditioned the hours at all, so, okay.
Okay, you heard the 8 recommendations from staff. Do you accept those recommendations?
I do. Yes,
All
sir.
right, Chair will entertain a motion.
Move to approve, Mr. Chair. Second.
That was a motion to approve special exception 2502 by Owens and Cooks. Approve of staff recommendations. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say no. Thank you.
Thank you.
Owens and Cooks. We had to approve the minutes.
Approve minutes. Second. Second.
I have a motion to approve January 6, 2025 minutes by Owens and Cooks. All in favor of the approval say aye. Aye. Any opposed say no. Thank you.
Anything for legal?
Samuel Meller, Law Department. Nothing for the legal session.
Before y'all go, I kind of want to see it in the mic, so make sure your mics are.
Okay, we're adjourned.
Motion to conclude?